866-957-2874. This is Breitbart News Saturday here on SiriusXM 125, the Patriot channel. I'm Matt Boyle, our Washington political editor. We have on the line right now Hirsh Singh. He's running for U.S. Senate in the great state of New Jersey. Mr. Singh, thanks for joining us here on Breitbart News Saturday.
Thank you for having me, Matt.
Okay, so you're running against Cory Booker, and it's a blue state. We know New Jersey. We just had callers from New Jersey, but there's people in New Jersey that are very upset with the direction that the National Democrats have taken their country. We just heard one person from New Jersey a couple callers ago, very, very upset with their congressman. What do you think, or tell us a little bit about you, a little bit about this race. Why do you think you have a chance of winning?
Well, New Jersey is not a blue state. I have to stop you right there because New Jersey is a purple state. It voted in Chris Christie with like 60% plus of the vote. And New Jersey voters, I would say, are probably one of the more intelligent when it comes to education formally. So they will change their mind based upon the quality of the candidate. The problem really is the mainstream media lied so horribly in 2018 that it was able to kind of push things too far to the left. And that's not what New Jersey will stand for. So New Jersey is firmly in play for 2020. President Trump got 1.63 million votes in 2016. He needs 275,000 votes, to move from left to right, and there are 5.2 million registered voters. So I really think that New Jersey is in play, and I am the next generation of conservative leadership in New Jersey to really make that happen. I'm from South Jersey. I was born in Atlantic City. I was educated as an engineer at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. And, our state has been fleeced by the Democrat Party for almost 2 decades, mostly because of gerrymandering. And it can be undone, and it's going to be undone because this state is just being, killed. It's the 6th most powerful economy in the entire country, and it's going the way of California, and there's a lot of people that don't want that to happen.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why it's going that way is in large part thanks to people like Cory Booker and the direction that he's taken the National Democrat Party. So when you see Cory Booker out there running for president, I mean, he's not spending time representing the people of New Jersey in the United States Senate. It's plain and simple. He really seems to have abandoned them. And what do you think about that? I mean, what do you think about how Booker has done as a senator?
I mean, it's shocking to see that, people at times say that Cory Booker is very popular, yet he's getting, I think, 1% nationally in the polls running for president. He's probably spent more money than any other presidential candidate, and he has the lowest numbers. It's actually quite tragic that, he was mayor of Newark, New Jersey when I first got into college. And that, city has gone through a lead water crisis. And now, the president recently passed a law to spend $100 million to help stop the poisoning of the population of Newark. And Cory Booker has taken no responsibility for the fact that, there was a watershed complete fiasco over there where everyone in his water administration they went to jail. And they blamed him for it, and somehow he got away scot-free. So what you see in the Democrat Party is this consistent criminality element where they just take taxpayer money, find a way to put it in their pocket, like we're seeing in Ukraine. And Cory Booker is one of the most far-left senators in the country, and New Jersey is the sleeper race. Nobody likes Cory Booker in New Jersey. It doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican. People are just really, really upset. And we just have to make sure that the people on the ground know that they have to come out against them. Because we did a cleanup effort, actually, in Newark, and the local population there, they were very upset with Cory Booker. He did nothing for us. He came in with all these promises and nothing got done. And I think the African American population is sick of being used by the Democrat Party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a really interesting point because this is a theme that I think we're seeing since the Democrats took the majority in the U.S. House. I mean, they rode into the majority promising all sorts of different things: health care, infrastructure, paid family leave, all this stuff. That and a lot of it's bipartisan. A lot of it, is stuff that you would think there could be a deal on. I know President Trump said to the Democrats, okay, well, if you guys want to do $2 trillion on infrastructure, all right, fine, we'll give you $2 trillion on infrastructure. You just get a bill to my desk and we'll take care of it. The problem is they haven't done anything. So Cory Booker hasn't done anything. The national Democrats in the House of Representatives haven't done anything. All those people that won those key swing districts, whether it be a few of them in New Jersey, too. I know that there's a few of those districts in New Jersey that flipped from Republican to Democrat. Those people won in large part because they were promising to do things like this. Yet, what have they spent all year doing? It's been all year of Trump derangement syndrome. They're doing hearings, investigations, subpoenas, all sorts of different stuff. They're doing impeachment in search of a crime. They don't actually have any wrongdoing particular thing that they're doing this on. They're just going down this road without even any evidence to the point. And by the way, you've got one Democrat, I know it's over in New York, in Staten Island, but the Max Rose up there is now saying President Trump has to prove he's innocent rather than them prove he's guilty. It's like all backwards land. But the point is that they've wasted a whole year of Americans' lives with all these investigations and everything that haven't turned up anything. I mean, that really seems like that's the argument here, is that if people want to have solutions, then they need to vote for people like you, whereas if they want to continue this nonsense, then they vote for people like Booker.
I mean, when the president first got in, those first 2 years, he tried to pass every single bill that the American people wanted and that he promised. And infrastructure was something he really wants because he cares about the hardworking people of this country. New Jersey has probably 20% of America's GDP that passes through our infrastructure on a daily basis because we're almost the backbone between Washington, D.C., up to Boston and that Northeast corridor, you know, the Turnpike, the Gateway Tunnel.
I've been on it many times.
You know,
yep.
Exactly, but these Democrats just resist. And, you know, I also think that we have to take into consideration in 2018, the Mueller lie that was perpetrated caused a almost presidential level turnout amongst Democrats because they really believed that there was something behind that nothing burger. But what ended up happening when the truth came out was that it fell flat, and CNN viewership and MSNBC viewership has plummeted since then. And though, you know, they had done a very good job of convincing people that there was something there, once it fell apart, their credibility hasn't come back, and they're trying to pull it out with all this nonsense with Ukraine and all these unending lies. But, you know, I believe that we have to trust the American people and just keep pushing our narrative, push back against everything that the far left stands for. You know, they are un-American. They're extreme with you know, they're more racist than anything else. And Cory Booker is amongst the most racist Democrat senators in this country. He's talking about reparations. And, you know, no one today owns any slaves. You know, it's just unacceptable rhetoric, and we really need to get things done for the American people. I think in 2020, President Donald Trump is going to win, not by a little bit, but by a lot. But what we need to do is make sure that we have the congressional seats and the U.S. Senate seats to actually help him pass this for the American people. New Jersey needs representation. It's one of the most expensive places in the entire country to live in, and they need someone who's going to fight for them, not take the tax base and shell it out to Democrats who are just going to put it in their pockets. And Cory Booker is an example of everything that is wrong with the Democrat Party. He's polling 0%, yet his arrogance has him running for president, and the people in New Jersey won't accept it anymore.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Hirsh Singh, I think that I think you might be right. And if the Democrats' whole impeachment charade does backfire in a big way, then I do think we might be able to see things like states like New Jersey in play. Where can people go to learn more about you and get involved in the campaign if they so choose?
Well, my website is HirshSingh.com. And, you know, I've entered the political space about 2 years ago. I've been pushing my way in, and we have a really strong grassroots support almost on a daily basis. I'm all over the state. Anyone who reaches out, whether it be on Facebook or on Twitter or on, you know, my website itself, if you send a message, my team will respond. We need volunteers. We have 13 months to go, and, you know, 275,000 votes are necessary to move from Democrat to Republican to win New Jersey. We have the lowest unemployment for all ethnic groups, for women, and overarchingly lowest unemployment in 50 years. That's because of President Donald Trump pushing against this ridiculous far-left agenda. And if people are sick of it and they want this state to become affordable, if they want this state to get its fair share of its tax dollars back and wants to actually help bring the economic boom, which is helping our country everywhere else, to come to New Jersey, check out HirshSingh.com and help us take New Jersey back from these far left-wing extremists.
All right, well, that is Hirsh Singh. Again, folks, Breitbart News Saturday here on SiriusXM 125, the Patriot channel. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, your calls, 866-95-PATRIOT, 866-957-2874. We'll be right back with more Breitbart News Saturday here on SiriusXM 125, the Patriot channel, after this.